Guys, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, boys and girls. So we're going to have another lab today. Hopefully learn more commands about Linux interface. The objective in this case is to learn basic command lines operations using common command and operators in Rocky Linux. Tools, basically, as we have been working on, the terminal. We will need the terminal and access to the terminal in the operating system. I need to improve the size of this. Let me stop sharing video for a moment. All right, so basically, we're going to take a look at the cat command and the use of that command. In this case, we are going to type cat and then access a specific directory. Let me just copy this information, and the command will be as follows: cat /etc slash, and let me just paste that, enter. Okay, basically it's information regarding the operating system that we have. In this case, is the Rocky Linux operating system. We can see the version, the ID like, which is RHEL, CentOS, Fedora, and so on. Very useful information. Let's continue with the lab and let's just explain what it does. This command outputs the content of the OS release file, which contains system information. Now, there's an option to complete commands, and that is basically with the tab key. If we go to the terminal and we type the following, if we type cat /etc/os and then tab, we need to type dash and then tab. The command will autocomplete. So you can actually do it yourself. Let's just clean the screen. If you type the following command and then after the dash you type tab, it will autocomplete. So basically it helps us to autocomplete commands, the tab shortcut. What else is important here? All right, let's see another command. For example, if we type tab after ls, we have another set of commands that we can use. If we type cat okay, we can actually use cat for the directories. So basically tab is very useful to complete autocomplete commands. Let's continue with the lesson. Okay, in order to run multiple commands in sequence only if the previous command succeeds. Basically what happens is that we need to use the commercial the commercial I letter. This is symbol, the commercial I symbol. So let me just copy this specific command. I'm going to open a notepad and copy that specific command because I don't have it there. So let's just do it. mkdir, then test underscore commercial I, then test underscore dir. So I just copy this command there, and I will do the following. I paste it in the terminal. Control A to go to the beginning and then delete this. We don't need that. And there's an error message. Looks like we forgot something or we forgot to add some information there. CD. So you see, if we don't type correctly the second command, this command will not work. So please make sure that you follow along and type correctly. Okay, it looks like the file already existed, so let me just do an rm to delete it real quick. and rmdir, so I can delete it, and then run the command again with the up arrow. Okay, this is the command. Now it work. Now I access the directory and there is no information on it because we have not created anything until this moment. Let's go ahead and use the quotes. Using the double quotes, we can handle strings with spaces and special characters. So we're going to do the following. We're going to type, you can actually open a notepad session and type echo, and then quotes, hello, comma, world, and then quotations again. Remember the exclamation sign, of course, and let's just copy this into the terminal. You can actually type it there. It's not that long. And you see, after we run the command, it prints the information. So the echo command will help us to print the information. And we can use the spaces and the comma and all that because um, we are adding all the information between the quotations. So if we have double quotations, it will help us in this kind of scenarios. So that is basically the explanation for that. Let's look at another example. Okay, so we have this other example there. Let's go ahead and type the following. Let's type, this is a quote, column, slash. That is the other slash. I need to find it there. Now the problem is I am using the Spanish keyboard, so it might be a little difficult to get that information. So I'll stop the recording for a moment to investigate. Right. If you don't know how to do the other backslash, you have the option to go to Google and search how to do the backslash in your keyboard, especially if it's from Latin or from United States. You just go to Google and then investigate, do some research on how to add those options. After adding the quote, I have to do quoted here text and then add the backslash again. Now I know how to do it, so I will not have any trouble. Quotations and quotations. Let's just copy this information in the command line. Control L to clear the screen, and then we paste it. And you can actually type it there. So it is echo, and then this is a quote. We have the message with quotations, and then this is a quote, and then column, and then backslash after the space, quotation, and then quoted text, backslash again, quotation and quotation, and then enter. And there you go. It worked successfully with no issues. Now let's take a look at the guide that we have been following along. And this is another example. We're going to type this other example as well. So let me just change the message. This is a long command that will. Okay, and then we have space, forward. Okay, we move along and we are going to add the following. We are going to add continue on the next line. We have a dot and then quotation. So I'm going to copy this. You will have this guide to follow along and paste it here. Of course, after pasting the message, pasting this, we have the dot and the quotation, echo, space, quotations. This is a long command that will space, backslash, continue on the next line, that or period, and then quotation, and then enter. Okay, it works successfully with no issues. This is a long command that will continue next line. Very, very interesting. Now, I don't see that it really display in the next line, so I'm wondering if we missed something. There is a slash there, and it should continue in the next line, but I don't know what happened there. Let's look at the previous one. We really didn't do it in the next line. It just did it in that single line. So I'm wondering if there is something else that we can do to add another line there. That's a good homework for the future lessons. All right, let's continue working in the practice. In order to do some hand-on lab and get some experience with this, we're going to run another command which will create a directory, and we will be able to navigate to this directory. This will be available for all you guys, so you can actually copy and paste it in the terminal. In order to do this, it's not that difficult. So I keep getting this error message. I'm wondering if I did something incorrectly there. Let's take a look. So mkdir, practice dir, then commercial I, cd practice. Okay, I'm wondering if we are missing something here. Let's see. There's something called new line, and there's an error message there. Make dir. This is a practice file. Okay, we have this other line there. Let me just copy and paste it here. Okay, now it worked. Maybe it was a problem with the spaces or something like that, but now it works successfully. So we have the creation of a directory, and then we access that directory, and we execute an echo command for this specific file. And then we send all the information of that file to the practice underscore file .txt. And that is basically everything that we did so far. Yes, that is basically it. Let's take a look at this. That will be the end. Oh, and at the end, we have commercial I, and cat practice underscore file .txt. So commercial, I don't know. Okay. And cat, you see the C there, cat practice underscore file .txt. This is a practice file. All right, now in that specific file, we only have one line. So I hope that you have learned a lot today from the lesson. I have the homework to investigate how to do the two lines. I will probably cover that in future lessons to create the break line and the separate option of that line, adding additional lines. But we will cover that later. For now, this is today's lesson. I hope that you have learned a lot. Remember to practice this lab and go over it over and over and over until you are completely familiarized with the lab and the different commands that we have been working on today. Have a great week, and I'll see you around. Take care.